What's up my fellow programmers, hope you guys are doing well. In this video we are going to learn about the generations of web, and we are going to learn about web 3, like what it is, how you guys can start learning it. If you guys are interested in this topic, keep on watching this video. So there are three generations of web, and you guys might have heard about web 3. So before learning or jumping into what web 3 actually is, I think it's better to understand what are the three generations of web. Why is web 3 called web 3? So let's learn about web 1. Web 1 is considered the first generation of the web. It was invented or introduced in 1989. It was just like static websites. Like if you guys go to reactjs.com, which I do have the link in the description if you guys want to check that website out. It's a static website. You guys might see that some content is being fetched from an API and all that, but it's still static because the data that you will be seeing, other users would be seeing the same data. So that is why web 1 was just used for personal portfolios, or if you guys wanted to introduce your company to the world. So in 2004 web 2 was introduced. The websites that were put into the web 2 were considered to be read and write, meaning that you can post content and you can read content as well. So the best example I think is Facebook, Instagram. If you guys have ever used Facebook, you guys see that the content that you follow, and if I open up the Facebook app with your account logged in, the content that I'll see will be different to what I'll be seeing if I open up my app using my account, I mean. So that is the power of web 2, whereas web 1 was just read only. The content is same for everyone, nothing is dynamic, nothing is changing. So that is why web 2 was such a big deal. But one problem that web 2 introduced was that your data wasn't owned by you. It was owned by one entity, or a centralized let's say a centralized company, like one owner. So Facebook owns your data and you can't do anything about it. They can sell it. That caused an issue for some people, like they don't want our data to be sold to advertisers. So that is when web 3 was introduced, and the main goal of web 3 was that it's decentralized, which means that there is no one owner. It is owned by everyone. So it means that the data that you post, it is owned by you. So if I post a picture on a decentralized social media app, so I will be the owner of that specific post, and it will have a unique address that will link it to my wallet. So but how does it work? Why is it centralized? If you guys are familiar with web 2, there is a one server and everything is hosted and stored there. But how is it handled on web 3? So on web 3, it's a series of blockchains. There are blocks, which you can think of as computers, and chains, which is linking each block together. So that is what we call a blockchain. So you guys might have heard about Ethereum blockchain or Bitcoin blockchain, and each coin or cryptocurrency's blockchain is different from the other one. So Ethereum introduced this ability to write smart contracts. And what are smart contracts? Let's get into that first. So smart contracts are just pieces of code that you can write and deploy it to the blockchain, and the language that we use to write smart contracts is called Solidity. So Solidity is similar to C++ and JavaScript. So if you guys have worked with any one of those languages, you guys would be at home. And to get started working on Solidity, you guys can use the Remix editor, which is an online editor, and it makes it so much easier for you guys to learn if you guys are just starting out in web 3. I will link that in the description as well. And one benefit that you'll see while working with Remix editor instead of setting it up locally is that you won't have to worry about the testnet ETH coins, because you guys will need test coins to run your smart contract. So You guys can check that out as well. So Ethereum was the one that allowed users to make purchases and like make dApps using that. So dApps stands for decentralized apps. So I think that this is just the basic of the generations of web. And if you guys want to start learning Web3 and want to learn how to build smart contracts, there are a lot of great websites and content on YouTube that you guys can learn from. So the best YouTube channel, which I believe to be, is dApp University, which I will link in the description. Other channels are like Eat the Blocks, which I learned the concept of blockchain and how it works from. So that guy goes in like so much detail, like how it works and how is it linked together. There are a lot of channels on YouTube. You guys can also check out the Free Code Camp course that they have uploaded for Python and JavaScript as well, if you guys want to learn that. But if you guys prefer working in a community instead of learning by yourself, then I think Buildspace is one of the best places to get started with it, because they have like build yourself projects. Because when you guys are watching YouTube videos, you don't really follow or like don't do those projects, so you aren't learning anything. So Buildspace is just like a series of blocks that you guys can follow through, and you guys can build projects while learning as well. So Buildspace also has a great community around it. I have also personally built multiple projects using the Buildspace platform, and it's a great place to start. That's where I built my first project, and the community was very helpful as well. If you guys have any more questions, you guys can ask me in the comments below. I'll link all of the links that I've mentioned in the description below. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching. This is Rayan Abid. Bye bye.